Now, in very recent NBA news, a very prominent Pelicans organization member has warned the Boston Celtics against trying to sign NBA player Anthony Davis. But why? And what exactly did they say? We know it can't have been too persuasive, as the Celtics have acquired him regardless. Also, what's going on in the world of trade rumors? Let's take a much-needed look. First up, the Boston Celtics were pretty interested in acquiring NBA player Anthony Davis, but were apparently advised against it by who and why. Since they're the NBA's top team so far this season, the Boston Celtics have nothing to be upset about and everything to be excited about. The Celtics are the team to beat this season. After making it to the NBA Finals last year despite a loss in one of their most recent games, which seems to only have posed a very minor setback. However, if certain events had been different, Boston's team might have looked very different. How so? Anthony Davis was a highly sought-after player in the NBA when he was a part of the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, it's no secret that the Pelicans weren't very good. We all know that they frequently missed the playoffs. Additionally, it had been clear that Davis would leave eventually for something bigger and better, and he did. He later joined the Lakers and won a championship with LeBron James. But he most likely would have been a Celtic player if it weren't for one strange occurrence. Before making a trade for a player, NBA teams make sure to conduct their due diligence. Although a superstar like Anthony Davis is frequently viewed as a no-brainer, his injury issues have significantly impacted his career. When Davis was still with the Pelicans, the Boston Celtics were also being diligent in their search to sign him. However, they were practically stopped from acquiring him by information they learned from a Pelicans executive who has yet to be named. Since Davis has already won an NBA championship and recently found his form, there may have been better courses of action. He can lead a team, particularly when teamed with another superstar, but without, does he really excel? It is questionable. Now, currently, the Celtics are slated to go very far this NBA season, and if they don't win the championship, this will be remembered as a what-if moment for sure. Next up, the Celtics have officially landed Anthony Davis in a very bold trade. Here's what you need to know. The Boston Celtics are fully committed to winning an NBA championship. That is certain. Starting the 2022-23 season, they've been the league's top team, and if appropriately managed, a big trade may push them over the top. But what kind of trade could they make? Well, a deal for Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers might be possible, and has been swirling around for a while now. Just like every single one of us has had to make challenging judgments in the past, NBA teams are no different. Having to make challenging judgments all the time, judgments that can either make or break an entire season. A team needs to alter its roster when it is underperforming, but choosing how to implement such change can sometimes be very challenging and risky. Now, as we mentioned earlier, Anthony Davis has long been associated with the Celtics. They were a popular trade destination when he forced his way off the Pelicans. However, the situation was halted by Davis's father declaring his son would never play for Boston. Ouch. So therefore, Davis joined the Lakers. Now the Lakers have since won a championship before falling into complete disarray. They don't appear to be a team with any prospect of repeating their past accomplishments. The Celtics, on the other hand, have remained reliable. They've never missed the playoffs, and in 2021-22, they reached the NBA Finals. They appear to be a far more desirable option than the Lakers. Would getting Davis give them an advantage? In some ways, Davis is only a more powerful version of Horford. They are both adaptable defensive bigs who can play both in and out of the box. Furthermore, they're both proficient inside scorers. In terms of all those skills, Davis is more proficient and younger. If the Celtics have any concerns, they will be about Davis's compatibility with Robert Williams III. They won't fit him well when he returns because of his injuries. So what will the Celtics do, and will they seriously consider taking Davis in? So what are the reasons behind the Los Angeles Lakers wanting to trade Davis? Well, the Lakers should only be interested in this move if moving Westbrook doesn't work out. He is undoubtedly a more obvious trade partner than Davis. To release the Lakers from Westbrook's contract, they must also attach draft capital. They will actually get some as a result of this transaction. Additionally, it calls on them to get players who would enhance Westbrook. We already mentioned how much better the floor spacing is for Horford than Davis. This will help to the fullest extent possible Westbrook's potential. In other NBA news, who could be traded this offseason? Rumor season is in full swing as December 15th quickly approaches. If you have yet to learn the significance of this date, it is the deadline for trading players who sign new contracts in the summer. For example, the Sacramento Kings are strangely different from their typical mid-season situation situation where they need to make a significant move. The Kings have a winning record more than halfway through the season and appear to be a strong squad with depth. There is, however, still opportunity for some development. The Kings still require assistance on the boards and in the interior defensive defense. The good news is that these two issues can be significantly resolved by making just one change. So let's discuss some of the more significant speculations and trade rumors that have surfaced recently. First up, what will happen to Kyle Kuzma? Kuz is a great player who averages 21.4 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game this season while shooting 46.2% from the field, along with 33.3% from outside the arc. Not bad. Although Kuz is a gifted scorer with exceptional size and quickness, he's also a skilled rebounder. Now, many have been wondering if he will be traded to the Kings. It's pretty clear they won't need Kuz to consistently post a double-double because Domantas Sabonis is unquestionably the greatest rebounder on the club and among the best in the NBA overall. But if he can maintain his current rebounding average and score 17 points or more per game, he will be an enormous worth to the team. When scoring and grabbing rebounds, Kuz outperforms HB, and he adds additional length to help with defense. Now, it's clear that if this trade occurred, the Kings would depart from one of their vets, but also gain a very talented fresh wing. Secondly, where will OG Anunoby end up? With the Kings as well? Now, Anunoby has averaged 19.0 points, 5.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 2.4 steals a game this season, while shooting 47.5% from the field and 33.1% from beyond the arc. Therefore, Anunoby seems like the superior choice for the Kings. He can score and rebound more effectively than HB, much like Kuz. His defense, however, is the most vital aspect of what he would contribute to the team. Anunoby ranks 20th among all defensive players with a ranking of 109.6 as of this morning. Sabonis has the top defensive rating for the Kings, and De'Aaron Fox coming in second place with a rating of 112.4. He would take over HB's responsibilities immediately and be not only the team's greatest defender, but also one of the best scorers and rebounds. If the trade package was the same as the one for Kuzma, which included HB, Davion Mitchell, and some picks, he would simultaneously bolster one of the finest offenses in the NBA and help the team's two most pressing problems. He ought to be the Kings' first priority. Who do you think Sacramento should try to entice? Now, there are plenty of trade rumors coming from the LA Lakers. Let's take a closer look. The LA Lakers have improved after a season's dismal 2-10 start, thankfully. They're currently 11-15 and 3 games out of the 6th seed in the West. Now, there has been plenty of debate about potential in-season moves the Lakers may make, including selling Russell Westbrook, who has found new life as a 6th player, and his $47 million contract is about to expire. To acquire both DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic from Chicago, LA is reportedly willing to go with 2 first-round picks and Westbrook as a buyout candidate. It supports recent reporting that the Lakers were interested in trading for Vucevic and DeRozan in 2021 offseason before acquiring Westbrook from Washington. Vucevic is on an expiring $22 million deal, and DeRozan is under contract until the next season for a total of $55 million, $77 million combined. The Bulls are an intriguing team to follow as the trade deadline approaches on February 10th amid a poor campaign. They are presently 11th in the East with a record of 11-15 after finishing 6th last year, but still being without Lonzo Ball due to a knee injury. But according to a Chicago Sun-Times story, Bulls general manager Arturas Karnisovas isn't interested in a Westbrook deal, even if it comes with the 2 future first-round picks. So this begs the question, where will Westbrook end up? Who will take him off the Lakers' hands? And finally, the Brooklyn Nets could push to acquire John Collins this offseason. According to online reports, the Brooklyn Nets, Washington Wizards, Utah Jazz, and Dallas Mavericks are among the teams keeping a close eye on Atlanta big man John Collins. According to the various reports, the Hawks and the Nets hit base early this month, while Canaria had previously said Atlanta had preliminary talks with potential suitors. Canaria claims the Hawks have not expressed interest in a trade centered on Brooklyn's Joe Harris. Given that Collins is in the second year of a 5-year, $125 million contract, it makes a Collins to Brooklyn trade challenging, providing Harris, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, or Ben Simmons aren't included in a prospective deal. Phoenix reportedly likes Collins, but is hesitant to accept the 25-year-old's long-term financial commitment. Collins, who has a 12.3 point, 7.5 rebound, and 1.4 block per game average, is presently out with an ankle ailment, so where he will end up next season is still currently up in the air. But unfortunately, guys, that's all the time we had for today. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.